cargoes for you to move today. We've been keeping some Halloween items around the island, and these now need to be delivered to Farquhar Station, where they're needed for a party. Percy, you can fetch the pumpkin cargo from Lower Tidmouth. James can fetch the mummy cargo from Wellsworth. Hero, you can fetch the ghost cargo from the castle tunnel. And Thomas, you can fetch the vampire cargo from inside the castle. Sir, isn't the castle haunted? Said Thomas. You go first, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt, ignoring Thomas. Thomas left. When he arrived, he quickly backed up to the castle, coupled on to the vampire cargo truck, and then left. Phew! No ghosts, said Thomas. That was lucky. He delivered the vampire cargo and left. Then a strange thing started happening. The cargo inside started to escape. That's Lightning McQueen, not a vampire. OK, Percy, you can go to Lower Tidmouth now. Percy steamed off. The pumpkin cargo was on the main line, and Percy decided to push it all the way. With the pumpkin cargo delivered, he left. Once again, the cargo started falling apart. This time, R2-D2 appeared. A funny pumpkin. Hero, you're next. And off he went to the castle to get the ghost cargo from the castle tunnel. Back at Farquhar, the ghost cargo started falling apart. Batman appeared. Last to go was James. He was sent to fetch the mummy cargo from Wellsworth. All the cargoes were now safely delivered, but the mummy cargo started coming apart, just like the others. Inside was Sully. Well, what a lot of interesting cargoes. Thank you for watching our video. Here's another one you may have missed. Good morning, Tom Moss. You're here at the pumpkin patch very early this morning. Are you looking for a pumpkin for your forest? No? then you must be up to something. Go on, go back to your forest. Later that day, Peppa Pig and her friend Pedro Pony were busy helping Thomas and his friends decorate Tivna's sheds, ready for Halloween. There, said Peppa, that looks good, but I'm sure we're missing something. Well, we haven't got Ghostly Percy, said Henry. I think we need some walking skeletons, said Spencer. What about a pumpkin, said Gordon. That's it, said Peppa, we need a pumpkin. Thomas then said he knew of a pumpkin patch they could go to, and he steamed out of the sheds. Peppa and Pedro hopped on and off they went. At the pumpkin patch, Peppa and Pedro went looking for the right pumpkin. This one's nice, said Peppa. A bit small though, said Pedro. Then they turned around and saw the biggest pumpkin they had ever seen. There, that's the one we need. They went over and tried to lift it, but it was far too heavy for them. Don't worry, said Thomas. I have a friend who can help us lift it onto my truck. A few moments later, a car motored up. Wait a moment, said Peppa. That's Superman. Superman came over to the pumpkin and lifted it into the air, all on his own. Walked over to the truck and put it down. Thank you so much, said Peppa and Pedro. Thomas thanked Superman for coming as well. Peppa and Pedro got back on Thomas and off they went with a giant pumpkin. Back at the sheds, Thomas's tipping truck and a little help from Peppa and Pedro got the pumpkin rolling on the grass, and it came to a rest in exactly the right place. Perfect, said Peppa, and they stood back and admired their work. Is that your watch ticking? Said Peppa to Pedro. No, said Pedro. I haven't got a watch. Oh, I wonder what it is. Then there was a loud explosion. And pieces of pumpkin flew everywhere. Laughter could be heard coming from behind the sheds. Peppa looked, and there in the distance she saw a green engine. Tom lost the prank engine. What did you do to our pumpkin? I'll chase him, said Thomas, and he rushed out of the sheds and headed for Tom. Tom saw him coming and made a run for it back to his forest. Now we know why he was at the pumpkin patch, don't we?